Coach. Thank you guys so much once again. Can you just walk us through today's match? I know this was a rematch from Sunday. Can you just walk me through your mindset coming into this match, especially because it's a rematch so soon?
Yeah. First of all, congrats to Atlanta. They played a nice match. I thought maybe halfway through the first, they played some pretty clean volleyball and put a lot of pressure on us. We tried to come into the match just kind of with a clean slate, just because it's so early in the season, and I think there's all these teams have a lot of balance. So I don't think we necessarily know the DNA of all the teams yet, even though maybe we know the DNA of Atlanta. They looked pretty similar both nights. Grubbs had a nice night both nights, and their middles are effective. And we didn't have a solution for it tonight. So I don't know. I'm not real happy with the level that we played at for periods of time, but I'm real happy with the fact that we were in it towards the end and that we were continuing to fight. And I think that's something that we can take with us. I think we've got some grit and some fight, and we've shown that in all three of our matches so far. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it was an amazing match. When you say there wasn't a solution, do you feel like it was something different that changed going into this match, or do you feel like it was a change of scenery, or do you just feel like it was just...
It's my bedtime. It's my watch telling me it's my bedtime. No, look, we couldn't really slow Grubbs down. We had a hard time slowing the middles down. And again, that's a little bit on us, but also on Atlanta. They did a nice job. That's what I mean when we didn't have a solution. Again, we'll go back and look at the tape, and I think we did a bunch of wonderful things throughout the match. We just got to find some consistency. We got to stop giving up some big runs. I think you're seeing that a lot from a bunch of teams. It's early in the season, but for sure we got to figure that piece out.
Coach, we know in that first set, y'all started out really heavy. Y'all were very aggressive, but y'all kind of backed up and let off the gas. What happened in that first set?
Yeah, look, a little bit of us and a whole bunch of them. They made 3 or 4 nice plays, and then I think we got back on our heels a little bit, and it took us a while to recover from that. Again, it's not the first time that we've done that this season, so it's something that we need to go back and look at and resolve. I think as much on us as I think more what Atlanta did than just on us. I think they did a nice job of kind of slowing up our offense and putting some pressure on us. And I don't know, that was maybe the point of the match where I didn't like how we responded. We got to get in those moments and be a little more aggressive, I think.
And then I always ask the question, even though you lost tonight, talk about some of the good things that you did here tonight.
Can you give me like 20 minutes to get in a little better frame of mind? Again, look, we played a lot of different players. I'm probably not making it easier on our group right now with how many changes we're making, but I think we have depth, and I think it's worth it for us at this point in the season to play a bunch of players and try to get some information about who we are. I think that's helpful for us. And again, I like our resiliency. We gave up that big run in the first and lost the first set, and it took us a while to get back into the groove a little bit. And sets 3 and 4 are tight. It's easy to just let those slip away in that moment. And the fact that we didn't, I think, says a lot about us.
Thank you guys so much.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks.